This video is sponsored by Safe Scamming. Get the best experience out of Wesnoth by using the lamest tactic in the game. Use my code GOBACK2027 in order to have your red mage hit all 4 times.
Hey peeps, this is DarwyBfW, and today I'm going to show you my favorite units in Wesnoth. These are the units that I like to play the most in Wesnoth. Not the best ones or the strongest ones, but just the units that I think are fun to play, have the best special abilities, or simply, the ones that I like to play the most. I love to play them in multiplayer battles, and I always use them when I play the Pick Your Recruits mod. I will only list them here, so no big ranking or something. I like them all, and I don't want to try to decide what unit is better than another. Because I like to play the Pick Your Recruits mod so much, I want to show you what units I use with this mod. For this mod you can have 10 units in your recruiting list, but I often vary between multiple of my favorite units, so there are more than 10 units here. Okay, so first of all, this is the list, and here are the explanations why I always use them. Number 1. At first, we need a leader unit for our units. Okay, we actually don't because we already have a leader. But I just like the idea that one unit is responsible for leading the others into battle and cheering the others on. That's why our first unit is the Sergeant. He's actually not that useful, but when he makes the other units do more damage when you place him next to them, you'll be thankful sometimes. You need to level him up as one of your first units, otherwise you'll only be able to have him make level 0 units do more damage. And I know most of you will argue that Orcish leaders do more damage, but I always play with another mod that allows more unit advancement. So I always pick the Sergeant just for the sake of being able to level him up to level 4. Number 2. What else could we need? Yep, a healer. And one of the only level 1 healer units is the Elvish Shaman. She only heals 4 HP per turn, but when you level her up to an Elvish Druid, you'll be able to heal other units 8 HP, and she'll also be able to cure poisoned units. I don't even care that much for the healing, I mostly use her for her slowing attacks. They always save me. Maybe I should consider trying out the mage for this role in the future, but he only starts having the healing ability when you level him up to level 2 to a white mage. And he costs too much gold in my opinion. Number 3. Next we need a unit that can claim villages quickly in the beginning. My favorite unit for this is the Footpad. He does very low damage, but he is quick and he has a high defense. It's always fun to see your opponent's units struggle to kill him when you have placed him on a village. He will die eventually, but only if your opponent sends 2 or more units against him, unless he uses magical attacks of course. Other units I should take into consideration for this role are the Vampire Bat, because they have even more movement points. Or the Ghost, because as well as bats, they have the draining ability and they are also fairly hard to kill if you don't have magical attacks. Number 4. Undoubtedly, this one needs to be the Dark Adept. Name one unit that he is not good against. Oh, I don't want to tell you what to do, but I think everyone should at least try this unit out. This is the perfect all-rounder unit. Seriously, he can use the cold weapon type attack against almost any unit and do good damage. And if there are undead, he can use his arcane attack against them. Beware when it's your opponent's turn though, and try to take good care of them, they can still die easily. It's a bit weird that he doesn't even use his fists as a melee weapon, but he doesn't even need them. We actually don't even need the rest of the units. You can grab villages quickly in the beginning, slow down your enemies, you have a decent sword fighter with leadership, and you can finish them off easily with magic. Number 5. As next unit, I like to have one that has a fire attack. So I either play the Drake Burner because of his high damage against these poor guys, or the Drake Glider if I play on desert maps. He has many movement points and sandy terrain is no problem for him. Number 6. The Elvish Archer. They are the best bowmen in Wesnoth. Level them up and you can pick if you want to have them be able to hide in forests or if you want them to have an overpowered bow attack. Even if you go for the first option, they can do so much damage on other units. I definitely never want to go without them. I also like to play the Poacher because of his interesting advancement possibilities, but Elvish Archers? Whoa, you better run, dude. Number 7. For me, the next unit has to be a regular fighter unit. I vary between the Dwarf Scout because his damage is pretty good and a unit that's quick on mountains couldn't hurt. And the Ghoul. He doesn't do good damage, but he has the poison ability. So when being hit by the Ghoul, your opponent's unit will lose 8 HP per turn. Number 8. As next unit, I like to use one that is another quicker unit with a high defense. I either use the Thief or the Saurian Skirmisher. Thieves are quick and they have the backstab ability, which doubles their attack damage. I mostly use them on flat terrain or forests, and the Saurian Skirmisher is better for desert terrain or swamps. And when you level them up to level 3 as Saurian Flexers, or Flankers, they look like total rich guys. Number 9. Here I vary between the Fencer and the Naga Fighter. If there's more flat terrain, then I go for the Fencer. Fencers are quick and they are skirmishers, allowing them to ignore the zone of control of their enemies. And if I know that there are rivers on the map, I pick the Naga Fighter. Nagas don't do as much damage as Mermen, but they are cheaper and they also look much cooler. Number 10. As the last unit, we need one that is a good tank. I either go for Voses, because they have the ambush ability, allowing them to hide in forests and surprise their enemies. And they also automatically heal up 8 HP per round. Or I use Troll Whelps. They also heal 8 HP per round, but they are much cheaper. Both are slow units, but they can do much damage. Okay guys, those were my favorite units, or the units that I like to play the most in multiplayer battles. So yeah, thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye!